I'm back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. All right. I have something weighing on my heart that I want to talk to y'all about. And this ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, so I don't want y'all getting up in here saying this, man, I'm sorry you going through this and going around on YouTube telling everybody that I'm going through some crap and all that. Nah, listen. This don't have nothing to do with me. This is something that I want to talk to y'all about that has something that's going on in y'all lives. In y'all lives. Okay? So, listen. Okay, now, you know how mans and ladies get together and bring these beautiful babies into the world that God give y'all these gifts to. And when you be with somebody, even though sometimes you can be with somebody and you can love that person and that person can love you, but it's only sometime for a season to be with somebody because it's not always could be love, it could be affection over each other and feel like it's love, but it might not be love. Excuse me. So therefore you can bear a baby that God send you, these beautiful babies, and you bear these babies, and then all of a sudden the season change, and then you go your way and that person go their way. But the point I'm trying to get across here, if you made a child, a children's with these people, the children should not be caught up in between the situations that y'all go through with the person that y'all leave and walk away from. These babies don't have nothing to do with this at all. But you got to understand. Now, I'm just not just speaking of the man's. This goes for both parties, because it's going around. It's going around. So when y'all have these kids and then y'all take these children to just throw them away like they not nothing to you, not nothing. Don't even think about your child that you have already brought into the world, or children's that you already brought into the world. You don't think about them at all. You just throw them away. And then the woman or the man meet somebody else that comes in their life that fills them up. And then this child falls in love with this man's girlfriend or boyfriend child. That child fall in love with that person. And he bonds with this other man's child that's not even his or hers. He bonds with that child. And when he bonds with that child that's not even his or her or her child, the lady and the man, child bond with this woman or this man. And they get close because this man done raised up this other man's child or this other lady's child and brought them up into grown mans and grown women, as they from children's all the way up. And sometimes it can come from newborn all the way up. And another man come in and help this woman raise her child, or another woman come in and help this man raise his child, you know. And then the person that has something to do with this child, these children's, walk away, and the child's and the children's and the child fall in love with this man that's not even their father, with this woman that's not even their mother. And they raised this child up just like that's their own child. And then the person that birthed the child into the world, that brought the child into the world, don't want to have nothing to do with the child or the children's. These children's, they have a part of them missing. When that father or mother walk away from their children's or their child, that's a part of them missing. That they have to find something to fill that up. But you know what? You can't fill it up. You can't fill it up. You could just like put a band-aid over it. But you can't fill it up. But you could put a band-aid over it. But as the child get older, then the child says, I don't know this father. Even though they see the father, they don't know the father. The one that brought them in the world, they don't know that father. They don't know that mother because that mother was never there to help raise them up. So they cling on to the one that they mother or father end up with. And that man or that woman raised that child up just like they child. And they fall in love with that child. And that child fall in love with that man or that woman. And they don't want to have nothing to do with the real father or the real mother. And they love that person that was there for them and helped them raise them up. And they called them mom and they called them dad because them the ones that's in their life and helping them raise them up. So they look at them as their real mother or father. And they don't look at the one that birthed them and brought them in the world. They don't look at them as a mother and a father. They don't, because they was never there for them. So what I'm trying to say here, that when a child notice that they have not seen their birth parents that brought them in the world, and they walk away from them, and then they have somebody else to step in to raise them, when that birth parent, mother or father pass away, do you know what the child say when they find out about their birth parent and they were never around them? And they find out they passed away. You know what they say? Okay, what you want me to say about it? I never knew that person, no way. Okay, are you going to the funeral? No. Why should I go to a funeral? I don't know that person. I don't know who that person is. I understand that that's my mother. I understand that's my father, but they never was there for me. They never raised me up. So why should I be there for them? See, that's how the children feel. That's how they feel. So no, they look at you like you don't exist. Like you're not nothing to them. And truly you're not, because you never was there for them. So why would they feel anything about you when you was never there for them? It's like, I see you, I love you, but I love you from afar. I don't know you. I love you, but I love you from afar. I don't know nothing about you. So why should I care about you? I don't. So the men's and the women's got to understand that when these children grow up and they get ready to get married, and then they ask the father that raised them up in the house, even though that's not their father, and they treat them as their father, and they have them to walk them down the aisle, how y'all think y'all feel about that, man's? How y'all think y'all feel about that, women's, when y'all see y'all children's and another woman giving them more love than you should have gave them? How do y'all feel about that? Think about that. So when they father don't, when the child pick another man to step in and walk them down the aisle and say, do you when the preacher say, is this the father that you want to give, to give your hand to this man? That should not be the father that's giving your child away. That should be the child, the father that birthed you, giving you away. But I can understand the child. Why would I want my father, the one that brought me in the world, to give me away when he was never there for me? And then I got this man here that was there for me and give me away. Yes, I want that man because that man was there for me. That man treated me like I was his child, even though he's not my blood father. but he's my father. Because even though you have a blood father, that don't mean that's your father. You can find somebody. If somebody else can, if somebody else can come in your life that can love you more than your own blood father and your own blood mother, and it goes like that. And that child falls in love with that child like that's their own blood father, and then they ask that father to give them away when they get married, and then the father that birthed them get upset because that child did not choose him or her because that's their father, that's their mother. Why you didn't ask me to give you away? I'm your real mother, I'm your real father, but you wasn't there for them. But you wasn't there for them. So how you have the right to think that you have the right for them to let you come and all of a sudden play like you the mother and the father in their life now when you turned your back on them when they was little and they needed you. But now you want them to love you when you was never there for them. Think about that. Why should they do that? And then if you have a mother and your mother is alive and she sees this and she let this goes on, what kind of mother are she is to even let her child do this to his own children? What kind of mother would do that? When she should be getting on her child and telling her child to raise your children. I didn't raise you up like that to turn your back on your children. So why would you do that? Why would you do that? This is something you're going to regret for the rest of your life. Because when you see that man spending time with your grandchildren and he's treating them grandchildren like them his children, and these grandchildren don't even love you, period, you're going to look stupid at the end of the day. Because like I said, when you pass away, that child ain't going to care nothing about you. Who are you? So the mother comes to you or the father comes to you and say, your father about to pass away, your mother about to pass away. That child going to say, or these children going to say, and I don't care. Who is he? Who is she? I don't know her. I don't know him, so he just passed away. I don't care. I never knew him from the first I was born. So why should I care? That's how they feel. That's how they feel. And then y'all make that on y'all self. Y'all bring that on y'all self because y'all turn away from the children that don't have nothing to do with the problems y'all go through with the people that y'all be with. And y'all bring these children into the world. These children don't have nothing to do with it, period. And y'all turn y'all back on y'all children that need y'all. Like they don't have no heart. Like they don't have no feelings. That's how y'all treat these children. But in y'all eyes, they supposed to love y'all anyway. Even though y'all turn y'all back on them, they supposed to love y'all anyway. No, it don't work like that. They have the right to choose who they want to be with, just like you had the right to walk away. So if they fall in love with another man that's not their father, they have the right to do that. They have the right to live their life and be happy with that person that was there that raised them up. They have the right. And the other person that was not there, skip on. Go on about your business. Because you did it at first, you might as well keep on walking. Like you never brought a child into the world. You need to just keep stepping. Just keep walking. Because this child and her children's or his children's don't need to know who you are. You was never in their life at first. Why you all of a sudden want to come back in their life now? No, they don't need you. They don't need you. They need to keep going on like they doing. Close that chapter and move on with their life. With the person that was there for them and raised them up. That's the one they need to be around. Why do they need a headache in their life when the headache didn't want to be there, but now the headache want to come back? No, stay away. Love, like the children say, I love you for afar, and let it stay like that. Because you was from afar all that time, why you need to come back now? No, stay away. Let these grown children that you didn't want to have nothing to do with live their lives with the one that was there for them. Let they live their life, and you go on about your business and living yours. So if you pass, you just pass. That's your fault. That's not their fault. You didn't want to be in their life then. Why should they feel any kind of way because you passing off the earth? Why should they feel any kind of way? No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. You was never there for them to get go, so why should they care? They shouldn't care. You was never there for them. So they have the right to go on with their lives. Like you never exist. Like you showed them that they never exist. They see it's the same way about you. You don't exist to them either. And that's the way it should be. Because like I said, if you had your mother and your mother alive, your mother should have told you, don't you ever walk away from your children. Just because you're not with that person, that child didn't ask to come in the world. And that child don't have the right to be hurt over something that you didn't want with this other person, or it was the season for y'all to go y'all way. It wasn't the season for y'all to walk away from y'all kids. It was not the season for y'all to walk away from y'all children's. But y'all did. So they got the season to walk away from y'all too and go on with their lives. And that's what y'all need to think about when y'all sit up there and hurt children that don't even need to be hurt. They didn't ask to come in this world. If you didn't want no child, you should have, like I said, locked it up. You should have locked it up. If you didn't want no child, you should have locked it up. But then since you had that child, you should have been in that child's life. Even though you're not with that woman or that man, you still should have been in that child's life because that's your child. But when another man come in, that's a man. And I'm going to tell you something. And I'm going to call it out. You're less of a woman and you less of a man when you walk away from a child than a children's or child that you didn't want to raise up. You are less of a man and you are less of a woman. That means you're not nothing. You're not nothing. You just a piece of gum on these children's shoes. That's what you are, mother and father. Just a piece of gum on their shoe where they just pick it off and throw it in the garbage. That's what y'all are to these children. Yes. And that's the truth. So that's what I wanted to speak on. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you. Father love you. The Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.